我就是想知道现在还有什么东西是我们能吃的？你们有没有发现，现在医院的人啊是人山人海，药店呢也是一家连着一家。
China's food safety has always been a major concern. The world has been shocked by the amount of high-tech, poisonous food products that have been produced. The following Douyin blogger introduced the process of making fake duck blood that can be preserved for 12 months. Salt, citric acid, coagulant, and antioxidants are used, along with black blood powder. Mix with water and the liquid will turn red immediately. Leave it to stand for half an hour. It will be solidified, then boil it and it will look very much like real duck blood with good elasticity, and it can even make a beehive-like appearance. Let's look at fruits. Nowadays, a lot of watermelons in China aren't ripe yet, but they taste very sweet. How come?
翻阅了一下资料，给大家看一下，那就是他们会在西瓜成熟之前给西瓜打一种药剂，这个叫甜蜜米，真的是有这个东西的。打完这个1周以后再去卖西瓜，那西瓜就是非常甜。也会打一些其他的辅酶粒这些药剂来增加颜色的一个鲜艳度，看着西瓜很红，吃起来非常甜。果然全是科技与狠活呀。
In addition, there are many cheap buffets in China nowadays, with all kinds of meats such as chicken, duck, and fish. However, those who know the inside story know that the truth of the buffets is shocking. A reporter pretending to be a worker went into the back kitchen of a cheap buffet restaurant and found that the buffet, priced at 75 yuan a head, used all duck meat to fake beef and mutton. The seafood is black and stinky. It must be bleached. It's full of food technology. For example, the lamb skewers are semi-finished products pre-packaged. On the list of ingredients, lamb isn't listed at all, but rather duck meat and lamb fat are listed. It means that it's just lamb-flavored duck kebabs. The staff of the restaurant said unabashedly that for 75 yuan per person, it was impossible to eat real beef and mutton. Moreover, although the staff promised customers that all leftovers would be thrown away, the undercover reporter saw in the rear kitchen that a large amount of leftovers weren't thrown away. They were put back into the dining area by the staff. Even expired drinks aren't spared. They were poured into a white bucket. The next day, the manager would pour it into a self-service beverage machine in front of the undercover reporter. It was labeled as the Red Bull special drinks. Many Chinese netizens have complained about it as disgusting. Still, some hot pot buffets that cost 20 to 30 yuan per head claim to offer unlimited mutton. The reporter found after market research that mutton costs 6 yuan per catty. The store owner said, "You shouldn't be picky about the quality of the meat in the buffet at this price tag. Lamb fat mixed with duck blood makes fake lamb, and lamb fat with duck breast makes fake lamb that's 85% resemblance in terms of color and taste. This kind of meat roll is the first choice of a cheap buffet." Also, the steak, people's favorite in a buffet, isn't real steak in many cases, but is made with mixed meats, spices, and starch. Here is an example of a revolving hot pot buffet that costs 29.9 yuan, or about $4 a person, and many customers have reported having diarrhea and stomach issues after eating it. One blogger decided to check out what the food quality was like in this buffet. It said that it's more fitting to rename the buffet hot pot as the technology hot pot, as most of the ingredients are synthesized with a multitude of additives. The blogger said, "It's 28 yuan per head. By looking at the food items, I know the restaurant owner can profit 25 yuan from me. I had 2 instant noodle patties and a few pieces of vegetables. I dare not try other food items." He said the soup base of the hot pot seemed to have added chili extract. It wasn't the normal kind of spicy, but more like an industrial chili flavor. He only ate 2 pieces of instant noodle patties, but his stomach was sick already. This blogger said it was scary to eat there. Shady merchants also use rotten vegetables and fruits to make dishes. It's even easier to make fake drinks and beverages. There are all sorts of money-saving tricks in the food industry. There are merchants that use gutter oils to save on costs, and some use years-old stale meat that can't be normally sold. Merchants apply a variety of tactics to maximize profitability. For example, the strategy of limited quantity or the delaying tactic. Businesses would feature certain expensive signature dishes with unlimited consumption, like free abalone and lobsters. Once the customer gets inside the restaurant, each one only gets one piece of high-grade seafood, or only one of each kind of seafood. A customer can spend 200 yuan to get in, but only get a medium-sized abalone or half a frozen Boston lobster. Some restaurants cut costs by delaying and reducing the number of times the customer orders a dish that costs a lot of money. Blogger Xiao Qian is a food critic of restaurants. Previously, he visited a newly opened buffet that was heavily promoting not only the fresh durian, but also the king crabs that cost 1,000 to 2,000 yuan apiece. He paid 358 yuan to get in. Once he was in, the actual situation was very different from what was advertised or expected. Not many were seated. Customers were waiting in line. He asked around and found out that although the king crab was said to be unlimited, one had to line up for it. He waited for half an hour and got 3 crab legs that were covered with ice and smelled funny. Experienced industry insiders revealed that food would be sprayed with mysterious liquids in some buffet restaurants. Customers would feel full after consuming such food, even though they hadn't eaten much of it. Now, in mainland China, not only is food unsafe because of too many fakes, but also all kinds of other fake products. For example, fake bills, cheats at college entrance exams, plagiarized articles and books, falsified evidence in court, etc. China has reached a pinnacle of counterfeiting, leaving the whole world stunned. Strangely enough, the Chinese Communist government has been fighting counterfeiting year after year. There was even a 315 Consumer Rights Day in China. But it seems the more the CCP fights it, the worse it gets in China. How come? Mr. Wang, a Chinese resident, thinks 315 Consumer Rights Days is for foreigners to see, and at the same time it's to fool the Chinese people. All kinds of counterfeiting in China are indulged by the CCP for economic growth, and Chinese people have gotten used to it. The root cause lies in the loss of social morals. In the absence of traditional values and belief, people in China have become profit-oriented and unscrupulous in their pursuit of material gain. The CCP's so-called crackdowns on counterfeiting don't solve any problems. Under the CCP regime, even when credit is lost, there is little price to pay. On the contrary, if one doesn't fake as others, one will suffer losses and be ostracized. It's hard to gain a foothold in society without some sort of fake. At the same time, people who dare to speak the truth are being suppressed by the authorities. A blogger named Xin Jifei has become popular for exposing dark food technology. As his videos spread, more and more netizens feel that they have been deceived by the gourmet food in the restaurant. The food turns out to be all heartless dark technology. As his followers grew, he was forced to cancel his account. Xin Jifei argued with the customer service of China's short video platform Douyin.
我视频里面违规违法了，还是违背道德了，还是说这个添加剂是违法的？并不是说这个添加剂是违法，就不应该给我打电话，因为我说的就是这样，整个行业的就是这么做的。我在食品厂上班，我知道这东西怎么做，就是这么做的。你平时不喝花生露吗？越加的越多，毒性越大了，对人的身体伤害越大了。没有人去告诉你，这样的说越来越多的话，加到一定的程度的话。 那可能就是真正是像毒药一样，你天天吃的是在毒药，你并不知道。
辛吉飞的这些视频呢，它揭穿了很多假食品和有害食品的老底，它当然会得罪很多有钱有势的人。关键是呢，很多这样的食品企业，它为了追求暴利而造假食品，其实呢是和当地的这个政府监管机构这种勾兑是串联在一起的。这个就是中共那种闷声发大财的模式，它蔓延到了食品行业的一个典型例子。
On the evening of September 28th, Xin Jifei's account was no longer available on Douyin, China's version of TikTok. His last words were, "Because of the powerful capital, I have no choice but to cancel my account."
他说这个资本太强大的背后呢，其实我觉得他指的是整个假食品在大陆呢，它已经形成了这种官商勾结的一条利益链条，这个东西太强大。 这种官商勾结，它使得很多的不法商人和政府官员之间结成了一种利益共同体，一荣俱荣，一损俱损。所以呢，辛吉飞他所影响的不仅仅说是影响这些人的商业利益，更重要的是呢，他被视为是影响了相关监管机构这些官员的政治利益，他会被视为这是给社会主义抹黑，是散播负能量的一个典型。所以他被封号，他真正的原因呢是背后的政治因素。